Welcome to the 2020 NBA season Resumption Predictions. I'm your host AJ with my co-host Ryan, and today we will be analyzing the 8-game regular season leading up to the NBA playoffs and predicting the playoff field. Let's start off with the Eastern Conference here. To start off with, I've got the Bucks going 6-2 here in the restart, 8 games. Great team. They've been great all year, and just going off the roster, which is all you can really go off of in a 4.5-month layoff, I think they've got a great squad and will go 6-2. Raptors I've got at 4-4. And then, you see the next few here. Some to note, the 76ers have an easy strength of schedule. And I like a loaded Heat team and Celtics. The Nets are pretty much rebuilding for next season. That's why I have them at that 2-6 mark. The Pacers, I believe, could have a key missing piece if Victor Oladipo opts out, which I believe he is pondering right now. We are not sure yet. And then the Magic, loaded squad I have going 5-3. And then the Wizards, I do not have forcing the extra game, the play-in series. Ryan, what about you?
So I also have the Bucks going 6-2. They have one of the best point differentials throughout the 2020 season before it got postponed. And then the Raptors at 5-3. They're a great veteran lineup coming off of championship last year. Pascal Siakam is coming into his own. I think they go 5-3. And then Jason Tatum in this young Celtics lineup. I think they will be potentially great in the playoffs. And I think they'll be well disciplined, get that 5-3 record. Heat play good defense, but I think they'll just be 4-4 in a first round out. And then I also have the 76ers jumping up to the 5 seed. Ben Simmons seeing the psychologist to shoot his three-pointer. Matisse Thybulle gaining confidence. Joel Embiid down there. And then the Pacers, AJ mentioned Victor Oladipo. What about Domantas Sabonis, an all-star who is not playing in these bubble games? Then I have the Nets, who don't have Kyrie Irving, DeAndre Jordan, or Kevin Durant. I have them going 3-5. And then Orlando basically playing at home, 5-3. And then the Wizards, I as well do not have them forcing the play-in game, going 2-6.
All right, let's move on to the Western Conference. And there's a lot more teams, so I'll just do the left half of my predictions, and then Ryan will go with his as well. So start off. We've got Lakers, Clippers, and Nuggets at 5-3. I think this is a fair prediction for all these teams. They have decently hard strength of schedule, all of them, for the remaining games. I mean, every team you play is going to be competitive for the most part. So I think 5-3 is fair for all these teams. They've been good down the stretch, and that will not change their seeds because it's only 8 games, of course. Then I have the Jazz, who there could be a slew of problems for this team, not to mention that Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert rift formed between two of their best players. Moving on down, we've got the Rockets. I just see them going 4-4, decent squad, will just maintain going into the playoffs, but I believe with that 4-4 record, they will pass up the Jazz because they are only 1 game behind. That being said, Oklahoma City Thunder, I also see dropping with a 3-5 record. I just don't see this team, going off in this 8-game span. And then I love that Mavericks team, Luka Doncic, a really young core, and I could see them going places. Ryan, how about you?
So I have the Lakers going 6-2. I think with the LeBron-led team, they're going to be well-disciplined. Alex Caruso is really nailing that backup point guard spot. They have some notable players that are out, Avery Bradley, but I think they'll overcome that in the seeding games to go 6-2. Clippers, obviously the Lou Williams situation won't have them for at least the first 2 games in the bubble. I have them going 5-3. Still solid with Kawhi and Paul George. Rested both of those 2 players who have had load management throughout the season. It will be interesting what they do. And then Denver and the Jazz, I think they're very two similar teams. Very young for both. Both a big man that's really good in Rudy Gobert and Jokic, and then a guard that's pretty good in Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell. So both similar, both 4-4. The Rockets I have leaping over the Thunder, going 5-3. Russell Westbrook, very good, efficient stats this season compared to the last 3 in OKC. And James Harden has gotten skinnier, notably, in this offseason time. Then I have the Thunder going 4-4. Good team, veteran leadership from Chris Paul and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander coming to his own, but 4-4 seems fair for them. 4-4 also for the Mavs.
All right, going on with the 8 seed and below here, we've got the Grizzlies at 5-3. They've got a young core, Jaren Jackson, John Morant, and I see them doing very well in this restart, the young legs. So they should be well rested, 5-3 for them. I've got the Pelicans not forcing the play-in game at a 4-4 record, dropping to that 4.5 back. Yes, very unfortunate you don't get to see the Zion v. John Morant, but I have them going 4-4. Blazers at 3-5. It's easy to see this team disappointing. Hard strength of schedule. I mean, Kings have a slightly easier strength of schedule. I think third easiest or something. 4-4 record for them, although that team has had a lot go bad for them. Notably, Marvin Bagley getting the foot injury and he's out. And then I just don't see the Spurs or Suns even contending for this. I have them at 2-6 each. Ryan?
So I have the volatile Grizzlies. I know they have some young talent in John Morant having a Rookie of the Year type season. And then Jaren Jackson, they also have Jonas Valanciunas in the front court. But I see them going 3-5, hardest strength of schedule in the West. Then the Pelicans, I see them going 5-3. I think Zion is going to play in that opener against the Jazz. I see them winning that and going 5-3. They have J.J. Redick, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball. Just great ball movement within this team. I think they'll build some chemistry. Blazers, I think they would be a hard matchup for the Lakers in that first round game, and a lot of people want to see them with Carmelo Anthony, CJ McCollum, and Damian Lillard, but I think they'll miss out going 4-4. The Kings, I have them going 3-5. AJ mentioned the injury to Marvin Bagley, and I just don't think they have enough firepower with just De'Aaron Fox and Bogdanovich on offense. Then the Spurs and the Suns, I have them going 3-5 and 2-6. I don't really think they're in the race. I think this is just a 3-horse race between the Pelicans, Blazers, and Kings for that play-in spot, and I just don't see them contending.
All right, so here are the projected playoff seeds for us. We both agree in the East here. Excuse the typo in the middle. Ryan's the only one who has the play-in series between the Grizzlies and the Pelicans. The main change in the West for both of us is that 4 through 7 spot, I guess. For me, the 8th goes to the Grizzlies. Ryan, it would be the play-in game, as I said before. So I've got the Rockets at the 4, and you can see the rest. Hot Mavs team versus Ryan with the Jazz holding on, and then OKC. But I think that those 3 teams, Rockets, Jazz, and OKC, locked in but one game between them. Excuse the win percentage difference, that will ultimately be the tiebreaker. But that is going to be very exciting down the stretch. Any takeaways for you?
Yeah, I think that the NBA put this in play to have at least one play-in series, and I think it will be really disappointing if they don't. Obviously, everyone really wants to see this Grizzlies-Pelicans matchup, so as a fan, I'm hoping that it occurs. But I think that the bubble will have a very high likelihood of success, and I'm excited for the season.
All right, thank you for watching. We will be back in a couple weeks with a playoff predictions video once the bracket is set. Thanks for watching.